Am I the a-hole for deciding I am never having a relationship with my siblings after they contacted me so I could apologize for exposing our father's abuse of me? When I, 23 male, was 7, my father physically assaulted me so badly that I was kept out of school for 3.5 weeks to hide the fact he assaulted me. It happened when my mother sent me in to wake him up for breakfast one morning, and he was not okay with kids being in their bedroom and did not care that my mother sent me and told me to go inside if he did not wake up for me knocking. I can remember every second of his attack, and it messed me up. My mother covering for him made it worse, and I became so angry. My father's temper with me from that day onward was explosive, and he threw things at me multiple times over the next 5 years. While I became viciously angry toward my mother for standing by and trying to minimize what he did to me and what he was actively doing to me. Even knowing I was terrified of my father and of being beaten again did not get my mother to act and protect me. I never hit or physically attacked her, but there was a lot of yelling and cursing at her and calling her out for the bad mother that she was. That is not to say I was not angry at my father too. In a sense I was, but the fear was significantly stronger, and especially when I knew my father could put me in such a world of hurt. I had trouble sleeping because I would replay the attack over again. It got to the point where I was screaming at her so loud one night while she was excusing what he did or was doing that a neighbor called the police, and that is when things started to get better. Child Protective Services and the police investigated, and I had to undergo some medical exams to check if any long-term damage was done. Spoiler alert, there was. My father was forced to leave the home, and my mother said she did not feel safe with me in the home, so I was placed in foster care. My father was never allowed back into the home with my mother and younger siblings. I never went back home either. My mother's and my relationship could never recover from all of that, and she did not feel safe around me, and I could not stop hating her. I have done a lot of therapy since going into foster care. The true therapy for me started when I left foster care and chose my own therapist. Before that it felt very much like the therapists just wanted to tick some boxes and not really help me. I have been on my own for years, but it is easily the best my life has been. I have friends again, and I have a social life and a happiness I did not know as a child. A few weeks ago my siblings, 19 and 21, found me on social media and said they wanted to connect with me. When I replied, they went straight to asking me for an apology. They told me they grew up without a dad because of me, and they could not forgive me for it. They told me they had wanted to see him, but they risked him getting sent to jail if they were caught, and they said his criminal record was all my fault and the criminal record was the reason for their lack of contact. They told me they did not care about my issues and I ruined their lives. I asked if they knew what he did, and they said they did not care. I described it in graphic detail to them over 2 messages, and they still said they did not care, they wanted a dad. So I told them to never contact me again, and I did not care if they matured and realized how wrong that was in 20 years because I wanted nothing to do with them. I was talking to some friends about it after I sent the message back to my siblings and blocked them, and she asked me if I was sure I should close the door forever. She said they are still young enough to be messed up from it all, and she would like to think we could support each other someday. I told her it does not matter if they grow enough to understand and do better, because I will not ever trust them after they said that. I said it shows they care just as much as her mother did, and I am not opening that door ever again. She said she found it sad. The rest of my friends 100% understood me though. But it did make me wonder if it is an a-hole thing to write them off forever because of our current ages. I know for me it does not make a difference, but it does not mean I cannot be an a-hole.